Thank you. I'm Lorena Corona, Vice President of the Fontana Unified School District. Thank you for having us today. I have a couple concerns. The first one is a new consortium in the level of bureaucracy. At the local level, school districts, we have the ability to work with community college, and we have the willingness to put in place the accountability structures to make sure that we provide to our students the opportunities they're looking for. Before becoming a vice president of the Fontana Unified School District, I was an English learner at the San Bernardino Adult School. 14 years ago, I was a single mother living out of welfare, did not speak any English, did not have any means to move forward. My child had no future, and I started adult school, but it was through community college too, and the collaboration that they had, that I was able to transfer a single mother living in extreme poverty to Harvard University. I went to Harvard University, got a bachelor's degree, a master's degree, and I am back. I'm back to give back, to commit to the community, the people that gave me. We cannot break what we have. We have to remember that we are maintaining the resources. We have at the local level school districts who do not have the capacity to provide adult education and do not have the capacity to build and provide an adult education. And we have community colleges who are in the same situation. At the local level, we are collaborating to making sure that if we are not able as a K-12 to provide adult education, community colleges will provide it. We want you to give us the opportunity to continue to collaborate and to learn. We want you to make sure you understand we see our students as our responsibility, and we take it seriously. We want to have the opportunity to have local accountability, and we want to have the local authority. We trust ourselves in what we do it, and we want you to give us an opportunity. Community colleges in K-12, we want to be a voice, and we want you to have that in mind. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Victor Alfonso Pereda. I am a student at Fontana Adult School. I'm here on behalf of the student body of adults of Fontana Adult School. Sophomore year and through high school, my father had a tragic accident at work where he was sent coma, and I had to. Sorry. My brother and I had to get a job, and we landed in the streets for like a week. After that, I continued working. And then 10 years later, I now attending adult school. I will be graduating on May, obtaining my high school diploma, and I will be attending Chaffey College. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good morning. My name is Gail Ard. I'm adult school teacher at Bassett Adult School in La Puente, but I am also a volunteer at the California Institute for Women in Corona. And I wanted to speak on providing education for incarcerated students. And as it's been explained, education is the pathway for our incarcerated students not to go back to incarceration. And as part of the LCFF, which you recognized, it was put in its own categorical funding, not to compete with adult school education. So I strongly urge the part of the governor's proposal not to have it compete with adult education K through 12, because that's where it needs to be in its own environment as I call CIW, its own exclusive gated community. And the programs that are provided there definitely are utilized by the inmates, and it helps them when they come out, providing the basic skills to have them become productive members of their community when they come out, and also to go on to higher education. So don't forget the inmates and keep them part of LCFF.
Thank you.
Under categorical. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Connie Arellanes. I attend San Bernardino Adult School. I presently battle with post-traumatic stress disorder. I have worked since the age of 13, never had the opportunity to finish school because of my mother. My mother had 6 kids, did not know any English, so she obviously could not work. I help support all my brothers and sisters and take care of their kids later on. So I've been taking care of kids, foster kids, and relatives all my life. I've now found that I cannot go back to work because of my disorder. I locked myself up for 14 years and decided not to do anything because I was too afraid. They were called panic attacks and anxiety attacks. I'm glad to say that I'm getting better, but it was a stepping stone. If it wasn't for the adult school, I was too intimidated to go straight to college because I didn't finish my education. Although I've worked, that wasn't enough. So now I found a stepping stone, the adult school, college, and then to become a productive member of society once again. But I want to thank you all for having us here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
My name is Sharon Rose. I teach English as a second language, and I'm really good at it. I'm authorized to teach at both adult school and community college level, and I was employed by the Oakland Adult School until it laid off almost all of its teachers in 2010. But I'm not here to speak for myself. I'd like to speak for my student. She's one of at least 10,000 people who have lost their lifeline to English. Her name is Pham Nguyen. Pham doesn't care whether the adult school is teaching her or a non-credit program at a community college is teaching her. She couldn't care less. What she wants to learn is English as fast as possible so she can go to college in the United States. And I guess I want to take this button off because although I'm here as with the CCAE, I don't care either. I don't care whether it's at an adult school or at a community college. I just want you to get it together and fix the program that got smashed in Oakland that deprives at least 10,000 people of their lifeline to English and untold numbers, untold thousands of people to their second chance at a high school diploma.
Thank you. And if we can continue to keep it brief, we have between 50 and 100 people outside who want to speak as well. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Yahya Alphonsus Hasangapon, and I am also as well from Fontana Adult School. And furthermore, Adult School has provided me the skills and the tools of to sustain education and to further my life. And it also that it gives me to pass the KC. And I'm just so proud of myself because in high school I never passed. Like it's been like 2 times, 3 times tests, and I never get further. But in adult school, it gave me that chance to pass the KC. That's it.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Hi, my name is Veronica Cabral, and I attend Chapey Adult School in Ontario. In high school, I lost both my parents and my grandmother, so I was forced to get legal guardianship of my 14-year-old sister. So I just struggled with high school, and given an opportunity to attend an adult school and with the encouragement from the staff and the teachers, I have passed 3 of my GED tests and I just have 1 more to go. So I'm 1 step closer to reaching my goal and attending a community college.
Thank you. Good luck.
Thank you.
Hello, I'm Rhonda Sloda. I'm principal of Napa Valley Adult Education, and we have several students waiting outside, and it's all been said before, the hope that we provide to students. I also myself am the first person in my family to finish high school, and none of my siblings did, but they all completed through adult education. So it's near and dear to my heart, as it is so many. But I do want to just reiterate the two things that you've already heard, the allocation board and the fiscal agent, and just trying to continue to look at streamlining the programs, look at what already exists. There is a way to do this, to do it effectively, and to make to help us to continue to give more and more people hope so that we can get more of the money into the programs and not other layers of bureaucracy. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Deanna Cestino. I teach high school, and I just don't know if you've had the opportunity to meet any of our adult students, but I just want to give you a very brief snapshot. One of my students is Norma Teas. She's about 26. She has a 7-year-old son, Saul. She comes to my night class, and she studies English. As she is doing her homework, about 9 o'clock, her son, Saul, goes underneath the desk, and he falls asleep until 9:30. Another one of my students is also a single mother, Adriana Elias. She's 26. She's got 3 kids. She comes to my class from 8 to 2. From about 5 to, I think, 11:30, she has an evening shift. She goes home, and she was back in my class at 8 o'clock in the morning. And there just goes on and on and on. I don't know how many people that you've actually met that are students for adult ed. It sounds like we have a really great background. I think we're so much on the same page. We want to thank you for all the opportunities we've had to come together with the community college system. It's been really great. One of the biggest things that's come out of it is to help facilitate the next step to community college and help them with FAFSA, help them with the Dream Act applications, hands-on in a small, intimate classroom, which we can do in adult ed. So thank you for your encouragement today, and it looks very promising. I think the future is very bright. So thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Jessica Creed. I'm with the North Orange County Regional Consortium, and I'm actually the project manager for that consortium. Our district first wants to thank the governor and administration for the $500 million investment proposed through the new adult education block grant. Funding is critical to the success of the adult education regional consortium. And while we're supportive of the investment, we have concerns regarding the governor's proposal. First, we're strongly opposed to the folding in of non-credit apportionment into the adult education block grant. And secondly, the board has proposed the allocation committee, which does not allow for the regions to select the members that make the most sense for their student population and unique regional needs. We strongly believe local control should be retained when deciding how funding will be allocated within the region. And through collaboration with all the North Orange County Regional Consortium members, we've established a well-defined accountability structure where the needs and strategies come directly from the program area work groups made up of our faculty and administrators via the completion of detailed proposed strategy forms and budgets, which are then presented to the executive committee, who after review and discussion vote on whether or not to proceed with those strategies. And then every month the work groups report on the status of the strategies, including data collected, and the executive committee has an opportunity to make suggestions and or ask questions. In this way, the regional strategies are comprehensive, they come from those working with the students, and they're vetted by all of the consortium members.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Peggy Ronlindy. I am a principal of Sunnyvale Cupertino Adult School. I was born in Oakland. I was raised in Richmond. And I'd like to speak to the comment that the woman made from Oakland. First of all, I want to tell you that what she's trying to say, I think, is that if we go back to 2012-2013 funding, they're going to be very small, and a number of places are going to be very small. I work in an area in Sunnyvale, Cupertino. Our funding continued, but my hometowns that I grew up in, their funding did not continue. So I'd like to encourage the Finance Committee, everyone, to look back at the 08-09 year. That was the year before flex funding. The second thing I'd like to say is, when you say that, you know, we would like the adult ed services to be delivered better, what I would say is, quite respectively, I disagree. Prior to flex funding, nobody did an analysis of K-12 adult ed. Nobody, other than WASC and getting accredited, nobody came and saw how many students persisted.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Commissioner Irma Becerra Nunez, Chair of the California Coalition to Save Older Adult Education. I represent the millions of baby boomers who are treated as invisible in this budget. Older adult education and parent education have been part of adult education for its long history, and yet they're receiving zero funding from this budget. I gave a packet that includes letters of support from Senate Pro Tem Kevin De Leon and Congresswoman Lucille Roybal Allard. We have AARP, United Teachers of Los Angeles, many who are supporting these programs. Traditional Asian, Latino, African American families, low-income communities, and people in poverty depend on their active senior citizens to be the glue holding the family together. They help raise their grandchildren. They are the caregivers for the elderly and disabled. Older adult education provides classes in health education, safety, financial technology, and communications literacy. These courses are vital, and they help students of adult education to take the other classes while the grandparents are taking care of their children. Please fund these programs. Thank you so much.
Hello, my name is Carlos Alcalá. I'm the chair of the Chicano Latino Caucus of the California Democratic Party. In recent elections in San Diego, we made 14,000 calls. In the Valley, we did 7,000. In San Francisco, we've been very active. I'm also the president of the Dolores Huerta Latino Democratic Club of Northern Cal, and we have clubs all over the state. I'm going to tell you that cutting out senior adult ed is a mistake. It's wrong. We recently found out about it. We're very opposed to what's being done with this budget, getting rid of the parents and the senior adult ed. Many of the parents today need these types of courses in order to be able to get their kids to participate. They need that training. You can't just cut it out. The seniors need it for health reasons. Those seniors are very active, and we are learning about what's going on, and it's a wrong thing to do. I urge you to reconsider. On this budget, it is definitely going to be noticed. You can't cut out senior adult ed. You can't cut out the parents and not expect a reaction, because you're going to get it. Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman, and good seeing you again.
Thank you.
Norma Lacala, trustee for Washington Unified School District. The achievement gap, we all know that the biggest problem is parent participation. And in my district, we have a lot of grandparents raising children. I live in West Sacramento. And teachers nowadays in this world of technology communicate through emails. And what we're finding is sometimes a lot of parents don't have those skills, certainly not the grandparents. So it's really critical that we keep the programs for parent and senior education. And I just want to emphasize that communication is the key component there, because many times teachers only communicate exclusively through emails. And this is where we see a big problem, not just in the achievement gap, but in the preparation gap as well. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, hi, George Porter, outgoing chairman of the Berkeley Commission on Aging and a 15-year veteran teaching older adults at Berkeley Adult School. Excuse me. I passed out a letter to you. It is essentially calling for sustaining the existing funds for the programs that were not included in the budget, the existing level of it, until we can come up with better policy decisions. The reports have basically on these programs have been abysmal. It's obvious to me that the intention of the reports was to find excuses to kill these programs, and anybody who looks at it carefully can tell that. We have to, as a state, begin to understand that seniors are not simply a burden, but an asset that can be developed by education. This is my job, and I am very good at that as well. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Jacqueline Valladares. I'm a student at the Delano Adult School. I have letters here of representing all of my students there. I don't know if you guys can receive, please, their letters so you guys can read them. I am here because I want to prove my daughters. I have two daughters. One is 4 and 5, and I want to show them that education is the way to go. And I want to have my diploma one day up in my room and show them, that education is very important, and I would like to tell you guys that, I appreciate everything you guys are doing, and God bless you guys. Thank you very much.
Good morning. Filiberto Arizmendi from Montebello Teachers Association. I just wanted to, the teachers unions are very concerned about the proposal of the allocating board with only 2 educational voices out of 7, and these boards would be directing Prop 98 money. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning, and thank you for welcoming our comments. My name is Karen Arthur. I'm an ESL teacher at Oxnard Adult School. I also started a grassroots advocacy group, Alliance for California Adult Schools. So I do care that the adult school system survive this reform, and I urge all of you to support a funding model that supports the dual delivery system. We have been promised, that the adult school system and the community college system, that we are providing adult learners in the state with both systems. I think utilizing the existing funding, the pathways through CDE and the Chancellor's Office is really the way to go. It does support it. Otherwise, we're left vulnerable with what the governor has proposed. And we're already seeing further cuts. We lost between 85 and 100 adult schools during the years of flexible spending. It's a statistic in this room, but in the communities, it's devastating. And so I urge you to take a close look and make sure that you are supporting a funding model that supports both systems. And I also support the broad mission. California, if you take a step back from adult education, California ranks 43rd in family and community well-being nationally. So by eliminating funding for older adults in parent education, I'm not so sure that's the wisest decision at this point. Thank you.
Good morning, members. Lizanne Everett on behalf of the Community College League of California. I want to thank you for your time and also thank the governor for allocating $500 million to adult education. We do have a couple of concerns moving forward, one of them being the incorporation of the community college non-credit funds into the adult education block grant. These, as mentioned earlier by Donna Burns, these are plans that go into education of both non-credit and credit in terms of integrated learning. The other is the concern of the lack of a data interface, a statewide one. As you heard from many students, they don't care who is providing their adult education. They care that they can transition to both and they can move on into the workforce or careers. And that's really important in a system moving forward. Lastly, as you'll see from a lot of organizations here, there's a coalition really pushing that we have local consortia accountability plans that allow for really the analysis of needs, but also really take into consideration the dynamics of working together and building on that existing collaboration. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Pamela Heath. I'm here representing Visalia Adult School. I also represent somebody of my age. I am 54. I'm a single mom, and I come from domestic violence. I thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Hello, Leilani Aguinaldo-Yee on behalf of the Los Angeles Unified School District. We do appreciate the governor's commitment to adult education and his recognition of the need to ensure stability for existing programs via his MOE proposal. However, we do have a number of concerns. We share all the concerns that have already been raised about allocation boards. Additionally, in considering how funds flow from the state to the individual LEAs, we need to ensure we minimize uncertainty for districts, given mandated deadlines for budget development at the local level. Otherwise, we jeopardize stability for existing programs. We agree with all the points that have been raised about the local fiscal agent. As an example, within the Los Angeles Regional Adult Education Consortium, it took about a year and a half for planning dollars to get from the state down to the LEAs. So we certainly have concerns if programmatic dollars go out the same way. And finally, we agree with all the points that have been raised about a need for accountability and common data and assessment systems across the state and across systems as well. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chair and members. My name is Tristan Brown of the California School Employees Association. We here are also to mirror the comments of being in support of the money that the governor has proposed for adult education, as well as the issues with the local allocation boards and the funding streams. Just as every regional consortia has a lot of value in the variety between them, we believe that the stakeholder variety in the future for this process with the regional consortia accountability planning process has a lot of value in creating something that will actually have buy-in in the local areas and be the most successful that it can be with the proposed amount of money. So we encourage you to read the letter that we are signed on with many other education stakeholder groups that should be waiting for you in your offices, and we will be around to talk with you if any questions arise from those as well. Thank you.
Mr. Chairman, members of the committee, Brian Allison on behalf of the American Federation of State, County, and Municipal Employees, also in strong support of the governor's proposal to provide additional funding for adult education. We also echo the concerns of many of the stakeholders that you've heard today talk about some of the oversight and governance concerns that they have with the adult education regional accountability boards. And we look forward to being involved with your committee in the process going forward to make sure that stakeholders are included in a process that's actually transparent and does not create additional bureaucracy going forward. So thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you.
Hello, my name is Marina Kravtsova. I am a student in San Mateo Adult School, and also I am one of 2 student representatives in AB 86 work group. So I just want to say thank you for listening to us, I mean to students, and thank you for including us to this process. And I'm glad we can hear some stories from students, and I just want to ask you, don't forget about us, because for many of us, the adult education and adult school is the first and the only step to become real members and to help our children. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello and good morning. My name is Luis Gomez. I am a student at Sanger Adult School in the Central Valley. Back in 2009, I should have graduated high school. Unfortunately, I found myself in numerous of obstacles and distractions. I've managed to have, numerous of jobs through the years, but I always found myself in a dead end due to the lack of education. Thanks to Sanger Adult School, I was able to go back, and I actually received a high school diploma. I am now on course to take a physical test for corrections on April 20th, and I want to say thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Estelle Lemieux with the California Teachers Association. CTA does support the governor's proposal for the $500 million. Of course, more is always good as well, more funding. We also, for the record, have concerns with the governance structure. We do not believe that there should be a separate allocation board. We believe that should come from the regional consortia, and we believe regional consortia should do the planning and the recommendation and to the superintendent and the chancellor's office in coordination with the state board director, president. We believe that both allocations of funding should be direct. In other words, K-12 gets their dollars and Chancellor's office gets their dollars directly. We also have some serious concerns about, while we are for coordinating, collaborating, and planning with outside non-98 agencies, we think that's a great idea. We have some concerns about any possible encroachment from workforce in investment boards, for example, that could start using Proposition 98 dollars, which are, of course, for classroom purposes. So we're very mindful of that. CTA always watches the Prop 98 pot. And so we support the whole idea of coordinating and collaborating. We're just concerned about the funding issue. Thank you.
Good morning. Sarah Batches with the Association of California School Administrators. Here's a handout of the letters that we've submitted as coalition members. We've been working both management and labor from K-12 and community colleges to express our support for the governor's $500 million funding allocation, concerns with the certification date of August 30th. We really would urge this committee and the budget process to require CDE and the Chancellor's Office to certify the MOE funding level as early as possible to ensure that our programs are running. And as an alternative to the allocation board structure, which we have heard many people have concerns, we've developed the Regional Consortia Accountability Plan, which is listed in our letter, in terms of making sure that we are held accountable for efficient and collaborative programs with both our K through 12 and community college structures. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning, Chair, members. Enrique Roacho with the California Association of School Business Officials, CASBO. And CASBO also participated in conversations as a part of the coalition, and we just want to urge and encourage your review of the letter and consideration of the points and outline that is made in the letter. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Mr. Chairman, members, Jeff Frost, representing the California School Boards Association and the California Association of Suburban School Districts. We too are signers, both organizations are signers of the letter that you now have. For purposes of brevity, I will sort of leave it at that, other than to raise the issue of accountability, which Mr. Harper and Ms. Burns talked about at some length. It is extremely complicated, and I would urge the committee, because this is one of the more important decisions you will make, not to move too quickly on some final outcome. They talked about the CASAS metric, its pros and its cons, and I think they did a nice job in terms of the give and take on that. But understand that the CASAS test will not go away for any district that has federal funds. So I think it needs to be a component of your overall discussion.
Thank you.
Thank you.